and say, okay, what kind of future do we want?
Right.
Do we want a future where the government does things for disconnected individuals?
Right.
Or do we want a future where families take care of each other? What do we want? What is best? What will work? How much will it cost? And this is why this whole multicultural experiment
Can enrich each
yes,
other. I totally
yes,
agree
absolutely.
with that, because I think
Absolutely.
I come from Jordan. I think I learned a lot by living here from Americans. I mean, you know, it
Yes,
opened
but
my
you
brain to
bring
many
things.
dimensions. But
Yes.
I do want to bring things too.
Yes.
And I really agree with that family thing. Like, I'm gonna take care of my mom. My dad
Yes.
passed away. I'm never gonna put her in a nursing home. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I think
That's,
that's a
that's
good.
exactly where I'm at.
That's
My
a good
father passed
value.
away 3 weeks
Yeah.
ago. Took care of him, now I'm taking care of my mom.
Sure.
The thing was, he had a father and 5 brothers and sisters. So, you know,
Okay.
maybe we could have distributed it a little bit better between everybody.
This takes us to the next one. Do we have an individual collective now?
Yes, we do. We have about 15 minutes.
All right, 15 minutes. Give me 5 minutes on the next two. 5 and 5, and then we can talk. Okay. Can we go to individual
Oh,
collective?
sorry.
And then we'll back up to this one. Okay, since we're talking about family and this discourse, let me tell you a very quick story. You remember a few years ago, this terrible thing that happened. These boys in Colorado with guns, and they went into the school and they killed many children. You remember this?
Yes.
Columbine?
Columbine.
Yes.
Columbine, yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Okay. I have Palestinian friends. Many Palestinian friends. One of my close friends, we were discussing this, and he said, you know, he said, in our culture, the parents would be ashamed of this. The parents would feel responsible because on the American news, they went to the parents. There were 2 boys that were the shooters. And they went to both of the families. They were both still married. They were not divorced. A mother and father here and a mother and father there. And the news, you know, the American news, they go with the cameras. And they go to and the parents said, oh, we didn't know. We didn't know they even had guns. We didn't know they were playing these video games. We didn't know anything. And it was clear they felt no shame and no responsibility. Yes? And my Palestinian friends, they were like, Americans are so disconnected. Now, again, I'm not saying this is good and that's bad, this is
Right.
better and that's worse, but thank you so much. This is why it's important for us to study these things and learn them and discuss them so we can together, this is the American experiment, together we make a future. Okay, so here's the second tool. I or we? Go ahead.
I'm sorry. There it is.
Okay. Here's the self in the West.
Uh-huh.
Here's the self in the U.S. Here's the self in Jordan or Palestine or Mexico or China or Brazil. Again, I'm not making a value judgment, but there are very individualist societies. I have a card here from a game. But in the individual society, each person is carrying the weight alone. Self-care. Who is responsible for you? You are. I'm not. You are. Let's go to the next one. And then we have group societies. This is a Japanese family. The group harmony is valued. The identity is group. The decision is made in a group. You are your group. You know, we tell our business clients, in Mexico for a job application, if you were to go fill out a job application, it asks you not only your name and your education and your work history, but it asks you who is your father and who is your mother and what jobs they have and how much money they make. And here in this country, this is illegal. You cannot ask this. It's too personal. But in Mexico, people understand you're not alone. You come from somewhere. You came from someone. You came from a context of a family. You were formed and shaped by these people. So who is your mother and father? It matters. It makes you who you are. This is the group society. In the Japanese language, you never say This is in the language, okay? You never say, my glasses. I would say, our glasses. Even though they're mine. I never say my glasses because it sounds very arrogant. My glasses. Our glasses. It's even in the languages. Okay. So we have the individual societies and the group societies. Are the flags next? Okay. Going back to Latin American flags. Americans on these studies are among the most individualistic people in the world. Latin Americans are here, Africans are here, Asians are here, Arabs and Middle Eastern people are here. It's a group. It's only the Western, North Atlantic cultures that are so individualistic. And again, we not say this is good or bad, it's only to be clear what the difference is. So when you come from a group-oriented society and you're working here, this is something to be aware of. Americans will judge me by me. I stand or fall alone. You remember I told you my friend who married a Brazilian? We were in graduate school together, and we had a study group, 5 of us. And one of the guys in our study group, you know, when you're a student, you have no money. No money at all. You wonder how you're going to eat every week. And one of our friends, his refrigerator was broken. And they had to get an ice chest and put ice and put the food in there. And the next week he told us, oh, our refrigerator broke, and I had to go buy a new one. And my American friend who married a Brazilian, immediately, even though he was American, immediately he said, why didn't you call us? We could help you. You didn't call us. And I thought, he's learning the Brazilian way. You have a problem? You tell someone. You call a friend. We depend on each other. And that's what these people do. Okay, is this one clear? All right, let's go to the last one.
Which one do you want
There's only one more. I think you have to go back up in the slides. It was the communication one. So remember, if you're from a group-oriented culture, the United States is very, very individualistic. Okay, last tool. This is about how we communicate. Okay? How do we talk to each other? And it's very simple. There's a very direct communication, which is the American way, and there's a very indirect. This affects how we handle problems. In many cultures, in many societies, you kind of go around the problem. Yeah? This is the American way to solve a problem. You say, whose fault is it? Yours? Okay, you fix it. In front of all of us. Have you seen this in a business meeting at work? Yeah, well, something went wrong. Oh, it's your problem. You fix it. I tell you, if you do this in Asia or in Latin America, you will shame someone for the rest of their life. You don't do that in public. So this is the German and American way. Direct or indirect? Okay. Direct communication. We have Uncle Sam here. I want you. It's very direct. You say it. You mean what you say what you mean, you get to the point. And Americans think this is good.